5 seconds. Start. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this 5th annual general body meeting of your company. The directors report the audited balance sheet and other accounts of your company for the year ended 30th September have already been circulated to you, and I trust you will let me take them as read. Before moving the adoption of the report, I wish, with your kind permission, to make some general remarks on the result of the working of the company during the period under review and the general trend in the lamp industry. In my address to you last year, I had dwelt at some length on the serious economic situation then prevailing and of the difficulties which we faced on the industrial scene. However, even then I had mentioned that one factor that relieved the distressing situation was the firm resolve of government to take bold and effective steps to deal with the situation. You will find from the report and accounts which have been prepared in conformity with the new Companies Act that the profit for the year under report has been nearly double the previous year's profit. There has been a significant change in the production and sales, and in fact a record for all these years since the inception of the company has been established in this behalf. It is all the more gratifying to note that in spite of shortages in the supply of foreign raw materials and keen competition in this market, we have been able to effect greater production and sales and thereby earn more profits. Gentlemen, we are passing through an important phase in the industrial development of our country under the 5th 5-year plan. The country is progressing towards increasing the per capita income with the pursuing of development economy. This means expansion and starting of new industries, completion of various hydroelectric schemes, electrification of rural parts, opening of new townships, better housing, and ultimately rise in the standard of living. The demand for our products can therefore be expected to rise substantially during the after the plan period, and I am sure a bright future lies ahead of us. With regard to our own company and its activities, I am pleased to mention that during the year the manufacture of high wattage lamps required by the various big projects in India was undertaken and large supplies were effected. Suitable steps have been taken to supply the goods ordered in large quantity. Very this purpose, the work has been progressing very fast. The raw material required for the manufacture of the goods consists of both imported and fine materials. As you are aware, the foreign exchange resources of the country are so much depleted that the government have found it necessary to impose severe restrictions on imports. Even though our import programs have been affected by these restrictions, I am glad to inform you that sufficient stock of raw materials have been built up. Due to the reorganization of the states, the agency territories and terms had to be suitably altered to suit the new setup. Hence, as required by the new Companies Act, the general approval was taken for fixing and renaming agencies in all the states, including our state. In this regard, I am happy to inform you that all the agents are doing good business and they are getting a huge order for the supply of the goods manufactured by our company. It is expected that these agents will improve upon this in the near future. The management were happy to know about the demand for our company's goods and they have declared a special incentive to all its employees. The company owes a debt of gratitude to the state government for their continued interest in the welfare of the company. I will conclude my speech expressing my thanks for the uniform cooperation I have received from my colleagues on the board and all the employees for good work done by them as indicated by the results achieved. I now firmly move that the director's report, audited balance sheet and profit and loss account for the year be hereby adopted. Dear sirs, we have received your letter of the 10th instant and thank you for the same. It is with much regret that we have to inform you that we cannot deliver the goods before June as our orders for this kind of belts and other articles during the last 6 months have increased considerably and are much above the average. We have got little stock and our production unit is unable to cope with the great demand. We notice from your order that you will require the goods very urgently. You will see from the above that we cannot supply them fully. We would like to mention that we are starting new factory in another part of our city. It will be equipped with machinery which is designed for manufacture of fine quality of belts and other articles. In our new production unit where these equipments are to be installed, we will be able to bring a lot of improvements in the quality of belts and other articles. With all this, you will be glad to know that the prices we charge will be the same as at present. We shall be obliged if you could kindly let us know whether you can wait until the starting of the factory in the new premises and get the required goods manufactured with a latest technology. If you require the goods very urgently, we can send the same which is presently available with us. Of course, in either case, we assure you that you will be making a good choice and give a guarantee for our goods for next 12 months. As we have mentioned above that since we have little stock of goods, we request you kindly to give the confirmation regarding sending of the goods. Thanking you, yours faithfully.